everybody, here we are once again doing late night Fortnite on Saturday night. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, Fortnite, man, I was gonna really love this year's Star Wars, but apparently it's not as good as last year's Star Wars. And for those people who talked a lot of smack about Star Wars last year being bad, I just gotta say, why would you even do that? Because they get views for talking smack on stuff that people worked hard on. And I hope that wasn't the reason why Fortnite decided, well, we're gonna do this, and whatever happened, I have no idea. But this episode is a special edition, JKILLA edition. That's right, folks, JKILLA special edition. Why? Because I have to. So, let's get to the meat and potatoes here, everybody. First off, real quick, down at the bottom, Escape Vader. Sucks, glitch, don't work. Second, Galactic Siege. It's basically a mimic of Battlefront, you know, for Star Wars Battlefront is what it looks like. And I only seen 2 maps, there may be more, but as far as it goes, just make another Battlefront game, call it Part 3. And this time do it justice with 8K for the new systems. Have it roll out with the new systems that are coming. Droid Tycoon. Boy, oh boy, what a... Let's just say this might be for the Minecraft Pokemon people. I don't know. But today, and only today, the JKILLA Special Edition. So JKILLA, you had a thing that you had to say, right? Well, here we go. I'm going to break it down for you. So, when it comes to YouTube, and I'm going to be honest with you, okay? And you have to know this as the truth because it is the truth. I've talked to people that work for Google, people that work for Microsoft, obviously people all around, but not just that, people that have really good channels and people that have mediocre channels and people that are just starting out. Now, it's true, I do have more than one YouTube channel. And no, I am not going to link those channels with this channel like some people do because that can sometimes hurt your channel too. But this is kind of more like the family channel that's going to have the kid, the games that I want to put on there, everything, and we're going to keep it rolling over all span of 20 years or more. I'm going to do it, and when I'm done doing it, the kid will do it. Somebody else will be doing it and pass the torch to my family. So, the thing is, okay, when it comes to YouTube, what you don't know and what I'm about to release is secrets. Now, I've said a lot of this before, but I'm going to kind of wash it back out for you. So, Google and YouTube are the same thing, and they are out there to make money. It's all about money. So, if you want your channel to be big right off the bat, you have to pay money. That's right. And it's not just as simple. Like I said, there was Star Trek, the 2 Star Trek guys, Jonathan Frakes and Data, which is Brett, or whatever his name is. Those guys, they wanted to start doing a podcast, basically. And how they did it is they put some startup videos on here to kind of be like a teaser. And then they ran a campaign that costed thousands of dollars. Okay? And that campaign pulled people from Google, in your Google feed on your phone, from all types of stuff. So that's why when you say, do you want to enable sharing or certain things on your phone? Well, that's part of it too, but there's more to it than that. So Google is a big entity. Google is in your cars these days. Google is everywhere. It's on your phone. All the new cars like Ford, they've got Google built into the car. So if you don't have your phone with you, you can just use what's built in and sign into your account through your car. So there's a lot of stuff going on here, right? So when it comes to YouTube videos, it's all about money. And so think of it this way. You're not going to have your channel shown unless if there's money behind it. Pretty much is how it goes. And there is something known as the niche. The niche is a possibility to get your channel going without any money. That's where you focus on cooking only. You know how you maybe watch YouTube and you've got it on your TV at home because it's free, but you get commercials. Oh man, that sucks. So you go ahead and pay for that premium so you don't have commercials. Yay! Well, it also enables music and all this other stuff, right? So you can play music in your car and you don't need anything. It's actually a fair price. I would say 80 to 120 bucks a year. Don't go any higher than that, you know? But they just keep raising prices everywhere, so there's no way around it. But how it kind of works is with the niches, girls have this ability to kind of show their bodies, you know, and that really works because guys, right? So keep that in mind, that niches are a thing that can work, but you still probably have to run some promotion to try to get it out there. Okay, so there's also other things that can hurt your channel. For instance, uploading multiple times in a 48-hour period. If you upload multiple times, and it's technically more or less 24 hours, if you do that, they consider it spamming. So for these bigger channels out there, they want to try to nerf their money as much as possible. That's why you may have heard some of the guys out there say stuff like, if you read some of the Reddit's posts and some of the other things, they'll actually say, if it wasn't for sponsors, you wouldn't be anywhere or wouldn't have any money, you know? And that's true. You wouldn't, because the sponsors, and you'll notice people do sponsors for some of the stupidest products, okay? But what it turns into is everybody on YouTube that watches YouTube, you keep looking down at that number, and that number down there is what you're focused on. How many views? How many views? Well, I don't give a shit. Yes, I have ran promotions in a campaign before, and depending upon how much money you want to spend depends on how many subscribers and how many views you're going to get. Yeah, that's right. It's pay to win. Yeah. Like I said, people like Mr. Beast. How does he have all of that? It's about the money. It is. And you'll notice in your YouTube feed, you'll see stuff. And the stuff that you're going to see is going to be repetitive stuff because sponsored content comes back after, say you've already watched it, but yet it appears back on your screen. And you're like, where is all the new content? Well, there's tons of new content. But they get left in the shadows a lot. Unless if you're paying money, it doesn't really want to show your stuff. So it takes money to make money, and it takes money to be something on the net or the world out there. I'm in no rush. As you can see, whenever you look at some of my stuff, some of the videos will have a lot of views. I didn't even pay for any sponsor. I didn't pay for any kind of promotion of any kind. So these things is kind of what kind of runs the channel. You actually have to tell Google or you have to tell YouTube whenever you have a sponsor for your video. If you do not tell them, they can flag your channel or ban you or nerf your channel or nerf your pay. Yeah, so if you don't, there's a box that you have to click that says, I have a sponsor for this video. And if you don't do it, you're going to mess up bad, as they will, you know. So usually for starting out channels, you start making like $8 to $15, $13, $20, $30, you know. And some people get a little bit more, so say for the whole month, maybe you got 100 and something. Okay, so that's kind of how it would start. But in the long run, your video, say you got a video out there and people keep coming back to look at Star Wars, or people keep coming back to look at your video game or your cute little kid. Over time, say it amasses 1 million views. Well, once you start getting paid out through AdSense, which is being promoted there, that's how over time you are actually making, you could have made thousands of dollars off of that, if not more. So the problem is whenever you do these sort of things, it's like a full-time job. Okay, JKILLA, it is a full-time job. So basically, I would have to quit my job to do content on YouTube professionally all the time. It's hard to kind of, you know, run the channel and do home life and do work and everything else. It cuts into your life really hard. You really have to be young and sporting and fast about it. You know, that's why I have like fiber internet, so that way it uploads fast and I'm done and go upstairs and enjoy life again, you know. But yes, it's all about the money. So just so you know, I've tried many different avenues. So if you look at, say, way back when, I started posting videos on Call of Duty, and on another channel I did Call of Duty. Well, it didn't go anywhere. Well, why didn't it go anywhere? Well, because it's all about paying money, and that's the truth of it. And you have to kind of understand how it works. When I've talked to Mad Little Pixel and many of these other guys, they will tell you it's about sponsors, it's about money, it's about running your own shop and trying to recycle that money back into and still make money off of it. And that's not where we're at right now. So we're putting out content. It's gonna boost the views over time, and then next thing you know, it will end up going platinum at some point, but it's just not that big of a deal. Making videos for all types of audiences is really what I wanted to do. The niche thing does not matter to me, and actually you don't even need a niche to have a badass channel. There's a couple channels out there. If you search, you'll find them. You know, there's a lot of people out there that don't do a niche. They've got, and I'm going to tell you right now, I found one just the other day. So he does travel, then his kids, with his little kids running around, and then he's got video games on there. And I'm just like, holy shit, and he's got a badass channel with a lot of viewers. There's another guy that does just him and his kids doing Halloween and scare stuff, and then they also do this travel type thing. So there's a mixture of stuff, and people just want to tune in to see them and their family or how they do it. So I noticed that in some of their videos they've got very nice houses. Okay, so I'm gonna be honest, they're sitting in like $1 million houses these days. Those are big ass houses, some of those people, and that's not from YouTube. That's because the guy went to work, made money at a job, and he or inheritance, whatever. Maybe he's a doctor, I don't know. But you know, this day and age, it's without a doubt with money. So I could prove this, but I'm not going to bother. I could post a lot of stuff and show you a lot of stuff, and I could tell you there's this guy named Make Money Mike or Make Mad Money. I don't know what. I keep bringing him up, but he had a channel that was like millions of views and millions of subscribers. How to make money on YouTube. It's going to get you started. How to make billions real fast within a week, within a day. Nah, it was clickbait. He's clickbait is what he is. A lot of those people are clickbait, and when you click on them, you just paid them money. Yeah, it's good clickbait. It's called a niche. So that guy had his channel hacked because he was making so much money. He must have just got careless at some point and allowed such a thing to happen. I don't know, but the sad part is when you do have your channel hacked, you got to get in there with Google, and then they'll recover your account and then lock out everything. It's so pain in the ass. And yeah, they can restore your channel, you know, but the problem is I back everything up on, and I mean when it comes to backup, I've got 3 20 terabyte hard drives that I double dip on to make sure every video I make is thrown on those and everything I do. Okay, and I've got like at least 7 or 8 computers, okay, so I don't even bother. I mainly use one at a time, you know, but there's stuff, you know, that you could describe, you know, and it's not that big of a deal. But anyways, yes. So whenever you run a promotion or run a view thing, it shows it and starts boosting it into that level. So say you're specializing in video games. If you're paying for promotion in video games, it will continue to promote your channel in video games. I've actually never paid for a promotion in video games, so it's not really promoting in video games. I did Call of Duty, like I said back in the day. It didn't really work out because people like JKILLA, they were the ones that really did the promotions and had the money, and they went to places all over the place to make, you know, stuff happen. So they had support and sponsorship from Call of Duty themselves, you know, support a creator. Same thing with Fortnite. If you become a epic partner, you can get supported by Fortnite as well. So there's a lot of stuff, you know. They say put the content creator code in all the time. I don't know, you know, if I want to go that route. I just know that Fortnite has a lot of stuff that usually gets a lot of going, and it's the only thing we're really doing these days because it's quick and easy. I really love and miss my Call of Duty, but when they kept nerfing stuff, and you know, over the years, Call of Duty was great, but it's kind of fallen the wayside if you go watch the reviews on it. So there's a lot of different, you could focus on any game and get support real easy. All it takes is promoting, and that's not, you know, you have to promote several times. And so here's another final thing before I end this here about this whole thing. So whenever you run a promotion, okay, it nerfs your channel for a whole month. So you got 30 days before you can earn money again, or before it'll show your video to people, because it puts a nerf in there because you just promoted showing it, okay? And so that causes the algorithm, which is not an algorithm, it's actually AI ran, just so you people know. And so the actual AI program is designed for them to make money, not you to make money. So you're gonna hear all these stories about people that are like, man, I only got paid 13 cents, or you know what I mean, stuff like that. And it's true, but you can make it somewhere. And so it takes a lot of promotion, and then you'll start seeing those numbers. But everybody's always focused on those numbers at the bottom of the screen. Like, what is that, you know, or whatever, you know. Like, in some of the numbers, you'll see stuff like Mad Little Pixel. He'll put a video out, and it'll only have like 4,000 people watched it. And it's like, but it was pretty decent. If you want to look at one of the premium guys out there that's getting constant bumps and constant, and he's really like getting hit good right now by making it profitable, is Area 52. He started not too long ago, and he's had every well-known UFO guy on there. Just so you know, YouTube started as like a UFO music kind of thing. People were uploading videos of like aliens and UFOs, and that's how YouTube really picked up with a lot of people. But that was way back in the day. We're talking 2010 and before, you know. Like, where'd you get that video? Oh man, that is so cool, you know. So people like Call of Duty, like JKILLA and Mr. Waffles. JKILLA had massive support, and so did Noah, and they got their channels up there. There's so much money invested in some of this, you have no idea. So once you start to make money, like big time on here, that's when you have to make a decision. What's more important, your job and family life, or making videos? And that's kind of not where I'm gonna sit for a while. Yeah, we could. There's a couple people out there that do the video games, where they go to conventions and buy video games and stuff. and there's all kinds of, you name it, any video is out there. But these guys, he'll tell you he does it on the side. You know, he goes to work, and then when he comes home, if they go out like on the weekend for video shopping, they go and buy stuff. He'll upload the video, and he does a video every couple of days, you know. So YouTube, one final thing, once again, before we hit that mark, YouTube will nerf you if you upload too much. Okay, listening. And YouTube, okay, not just if you upload too much, but if you break the rules more than once with content copyright stuff, where you put something up there and it says copyright, it'll flag your channel and kind of keep you on the lower pole too. Now, that's as soon as you go to upload the video to their system and it flags it, it already marked you. So even though it gives you the ability to correct it or remove the copyright content, you're still flagged for 30 days and up to 3 months. And if you're monetized, you can get banned or red flagged. And there you go. So it's all about them making money. And it's funny how they like to sugarcoat it. They sugarcoat the hell out of it. They've got these copyright rules. They've got all these rules, and they're constantly changing them. Every week, if you are a YouTube member, you have something that pops up in your feed that says content creator, and it's a content creator video, and it's the creators, the people of YouTube and stuff, and they tell you how to do this. Here's the newest rules of the week. So almost every week, every month, guaranteed, they're changing or adding stuff to YouTube all the frickin' time. And like recently, they had dropped the requirements down to 500 subscribers, so that way you could get monetized. Yeah, get monetized. Oh shit. So they dropped the requirement to 500 subscribers. Okay, just keep that in mind. And why they did that. So here's why they did that, and they're not telling you. Because they need more money. So they want you to try to get monetized so that way they can make more money. Yeah. So you can run ads on your channel that pays them and pays you. Yeah, commercials. Yeah, that's what pays the bills, people. Well, not with me anyways. So it is it's a fascination. So like I said, you have to run a campaign or run a promotion for your channel. Bottom line, it's money. That's how it works. The niche thing might work, but you say you'd be doing all these cooking videos and it never gets shown. Well, you have to run a frickin' campaign or a promotion. That's the bottom line. Until it gets noticed and it bumps up your channel. Now remember, after that, after your promotion ends, you've got 30 days where it doesn't show your video to fucking no one. So I'm doing it all natural. Hit it up, share it, share my videos. I don't care, but I'm in no rush because I'm documenting, and I'm gonna put all my shit out there, and it's gonna be shared to the world. The problem with getting fully monetized is not only do they want more money, is they start throwing so many sponsors at you, you don't know up from down. And the sponsors are ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like, they got one for hair cream, man. Like, am I going to do a sponsor for hair cream? Well, if they're going to pay you $50,000, you damn right I am. Well, they're not going to pay you that much. But they will pay you quite a good amount. And so that, whenever you run a sponsor, it's running in your campaign, which is a part of Google Ads. So it's running this promotion to get it out there, and it promotes their stuff, shows your channel. They when you have a lot of subscribers, you get more. So I've already had offers from a lot of people about, hey, we'd like to sponsor, hey, this and that, and you get it from all the stupidest companies ever. Like I said, I'm a picky motherfucker. Guess what? guess what? You only getting on this channel as a sponsor if you offering big buck, or if you got some sort of if you're something I like Red Bull or Ford or maybe Pontiac. They don't even exist no more. Maybe Ferrari, you know. Good luck, huh? Or Nike, maybe. What are we thinking here? Gatorade? Man, I don't know about Gatorade anymore. That stuff, it's like drinking floor cleaner. You know, it don't taste right. That's not Gatorade. Anyways, you get my point, right? So, it's got to be something I can stand behind. I'm not folding for some sort of microwave dinner bullshit. So, just so you know, every video that I put out, when I go check them a week later, days later, when you go and look, it only shows them to your subscribers. It doesn't show them to the world. You have to pay money to show them to the world. And then it also asks you, where would you like this to be shown? Some people put everywhere. No. Don't put everywhere, you dumbass. Do not do that. This is just final words here. Okay, I'm wrapping this shit up. So it lets you pick United States, UK, China. Every country is available. For some reason, Russia's not there. It might be there now. I don't know. I know what's really strange is I got Ukraine watching my channel. Maybe that's because there's something strange going on there. Why is Ukraine watching my channel? You know, I don't even know, but they need to stop fighting over there. There's some crazy shit going on over there. I don't want any part of it. You guys, dude, we're trying to drop the information about the aliens, and here's your asses all going to war. No, you have to stop the war before we'll release the information. It's a game changer. It's either you get with the program. We can't release everything if you're not going to stop. There's a lot of people that talk to Trump that tell him, hey, you know, let's just kind of hold off on bombing the fuck out of shit and just stop their embargo trades, you know. And people don't understand. Other people in other countries are thinking they're broadcasting stuff like America's got its tail behind its legs or something stupid, making all these negative smart-ass comments about America. Motherfucker, okay? You have no idea what we really are trying to do here. First off, you can't have crazy asses with nuclear weapons. You just can't. Look at what they do to their wives. Their wives are covered up. You can't even show their face. What the hell's wrong with you? And they beat their wives over there too, by the way. So don't think you're safe over there, buddy. They have a real crazy belief system, and that's fine, but we're not going to allow that on the planet no more. We're going back to Nordic type ways, which is like, you know, higher level thinking and civilization, and civilized humans is what we're going back to. We're not going to be playing this bullshit. So, with all that being said today, I'm dropping a video if you made it this far. Yeah. Right after this video is Doom. That's right. And thanks a lot, Fright Finds, for your stuff. And we are going deep and hard. So let's check out this Star Wars. Star Wars! It's just bullshit. I'm so unhappy about it. Cowboy Bebop's there. Yay! I wanted to get Faye at one time, but, you know, I don't know. You know, they got this stuff here. There's really nothing much to say here as far as the Fortnite store goes. And this chick was really cool looking, so I had to get her. I don't even know who she is, but pretty cool. I think this artwork right here on that's really cool. You know, there's a lot of cool stuff they do. Yeah, so one day, people, I know a lot of people are looking at those views and they're like, man, well, if you run video for promotions, you get views, and it'll reoccur views intermittently for those things that you're specializing in. But they do find ways to nerf your channel because they don't want to pay you out as much. And they will do that. They've done that, and there's people that talk about it. There's ways. It's not people behind a thing. YouTube uploads videos like millions a day. So think about that and what YouTube has to deal with. Everybody wants to do something. So, yeah. There is nothing in this shop that's worth a crap. So, there's your Fortnite for the night. Thanks for stopping by, and JKILLA, I miss you. You're a good man. Thanks for the analog. You had the fire one, if I'm correct, and if not, then fuck whatever, right? But the bottom line is thanks. I do appreciate all your input. All you people out there should comment more, and over time, this channel will get bigger. It will be like a ton of views. I am not about being a view hog, though. There's actually a copy, or not a copy, there's actually whenever you first go to monetize, the first rules, go look at it. Go look it up. It says, do not actively attempt to engage on spamming and actively looking for views. That's not what YouTube is about. But yes, that's what it is completely about. So, what the fuck, So anyways, damned if you do and damned if you don't, but thanks you guys. 30 minutes of unadulterated YouTube time here tonight, people, on Late Night Saturday Night, and Fortnite just hit rock bottom with this. So, if you guys have any questions, drop them down in the link below. I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Subscribe.